one of the big questions that we get, what are the top things that basically can prevent you from reselling your home? So I'm going to give you the quick and dirty. These are the top things that if you do these, you'll be golden. If you don't do these, yes, your home is going to sit on the market. So, first one is pretty simple, deferred maintenance. This is all of the stuff that it's like little projects that if you don't do, it's going to compound in something bigger. So, I'll give you a perfect example. We see this a lot. Wood rot on the door frame of any exit door in your house. Water gets splashed up there. Your pet scratches it in order to go out. It lets in some, humidity and starts to either swell, splinter, tear, all of that. That is an easy thing to repair either yourself or with a handyman before you list your house. So look around, look at all the little projects, and before you even decide to list, just start tackling each one of those or ask us for a good recommendation for a handyman or somebody that can do that for you. The second one is smells. So this can range from the smell of cigarettes to the smell of pets to the smell of kids. Like that diaper genie is not doing you any justice to get hit with that when you walk through a home. Or the worst one is that mold mildewy smell. So always make sure that you haven't become nose blind either. So often when we live in a property, there are things that we kind of overlook because we see it and we live it every day. I would bring in a third party, maybe that best friend that's got a strong opinion, and have them take their sniffer and make sure that there's nothing that's jumping out at them because they're probably going to be a lot kinder to you than a buyer who's walking through your home. The third one is if you live near a busy road. Now, this is not necessarily something you can do. You can't go to DOT and tell them to move it down the road because that busy road is going to affect you when you go to sell. But it is something to be cognizant of. So just know this could be something that you get feedback from your buyers on. It's nothing you can do, nothing you can change. But you need to be aware of this, especially when it comes to pricing and prep, because if you have a potential adverse effect, then you want to make sure you're pricing and prepping accordingly. Now, I do say this with an asterisk because, guys, if you live in a very urban environment, busy roads are kind of a common thing. Or if you're in a hot zone area that is right next to one of the major highways and doesn't affect resale, there's data to prove that stuff. Don't worry about it, okay? So let's focus on the things we can.